Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Tyson. Happy birthday to me. Hey, I'm Tyson. My friends call me Ty. They're actually supposed to be here right now. They were gonna come help me house sit for my neighbor and, celebrate my birthday, but some things came up and they couldn't make it. So I'm still holding out hope that this will be a really good night though. Hope is believing that something good can come out of something bad. So here goes nothing. What really bums me out is that my friends promised me they'd be here. I mean, I get it, things happen, but a promise is a promise. But didn't I already do this? My friend Chase, so he can't come because he's trying to do some kind of pogo stick record, and Haley had a last minute band practice, and Emma's computer got sick or something. I didn't really understand what it was. What? Come on. Now I'm stuck here for another night all alone. And between you and me, this house it's kind of eerie. There's like creaky floors, weird noises and candles that light themselves. Come on, stay out. Stay out. Got it. Now, I wish my friends had just kept their promise. Hey, you know what though? Today's story is all about a promise made a long time ago. Out. Out. Stay out. Stay out. Come on. No. All right. Where's the fire extinguisher? There's got to be a fire extinguisher around here somewhere.
The Bible isn't just a book of random stories. It's 66 different books that come together to tell one story. An incredible one. About God's love for us. And now for an amazing story.
Inspired by the book of John, chapter 12, verses 9 to 16.
Inspired by God, the prophet Zechariah had once written,
City of Zion, be full of joy. People of Jerusalem, shout. See, your king comes to you. He always does what is right. He has won the victory. He is humble and riding on a donkey.
Many centuries had passed since Zechariah had shared these words. Now, many Jews were convinced that Jesus was their king from God. The Jewish religious leaders were shaken, especially after Jesus had raised his friend Lazarus from the dead.
He's a menace.
He's making such a mess. The Romans will step in and the trouble will begin. He's doomed us more or less.
He's spreading mischief.
It's better that he die so the nation can be saved and the Romans kept at bay. We're gonna get this guy.
Jesus knew the religious leaders were plotting to kill him, so for a time, he stayed in the desert near the town of Ephraim, a day's journey from Jerusalem. But as the Passover neared, people started to wonder whether Jesus would come to Jerusalem for the celebration.
What do you think? Is he going to show up?
He better stay away, bless his heart.
Why is that?
Why, bless your heart, don't you know? The priests have ordered everyone to tell them if Jesus so much as sets foot in Jerusalem.
So they can hear him teach?
So they can get him. Don't bless their hearts.
Despite the danger, Jesus traveled back toward Jerusalem, stopping in Bethany at the home of Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. His close friends, including Peter and Thomas, were likely on edge.
So many people following Jesus now.
Because he raised Lazarus.
He's making himself an easy target for the religious leaders.
The disciples may have hoped that Jesus would slip quietly into Jerusalem, but before Jesus even started out, the crowd that traveled to Jerusalem for the Passover got word.
He's on his way.
Well, that'll lead to trouble, bless his heart.
Hundreds of people broke branches from the palm trees and hurried out of the city toward the Mount of Olives to meet Jesus on the road. From the hill, Jesus and his friends could see the whole crowd. Jesus knew the time had come for him to fulfill the prophecy.
City of Zion, Do not be afraid. See, your king is coming. He is sitting on a donkey's colt.
So Jesus chose a young donkey.
Here, let me make a seat with my coat.
Use mine too.
Jesus got on the back of the donkey and rode slowly down the Mount of Olives towards Jerusalem. The crowd went wild when they caught sight of him.
Hosanna!
They waved their palm branches like banners and tossed their coats down onto the road in front of Jesus.
Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord! Blessed is the King of Israel!
Bless his heart!
Wait, who are those guys?
Where? Oh dear!
In the midst of joyful praise, several glowering religious leaders pulled Jesus aside.
You're mad.
Make your friends put a stop to this silly parade. We must be obeyed, or we'll stamp it all out from the top.
No threat could sway Jesus. He knew his mission.
I tell you, if these people keep quiet, the stones will cry out instead.
Jesus and his friends made their way into the city, leaving the religious leaders to stew in their own fury.
He's causing mayhem.
This whole thing is no fair. It's time to move fast before our chance is past. The people chase him everywhere.
Though the religious leaders refused to see it, Jesus had shown his followers yet again that God was fulfilling his promises. And he would keep on doing it, no matter how dark things became.
Relight candles. Should have known. My friend Chase gave me these. He's such a joker. You know, when a person doesn't keep their promise, it kind of makes you feel bad, doesn't it? But people break promises all the time. They promise they're going to be somewhere and they don't show up. They promise they'll let you do something, but then they take it back. They let you down over and over again. And other people aren't the only ones who break promises. I bet you have broken a promise before. I mean, I know I have. But you want to know what the good news is? When God makes a promise, he keeps it. Every time. Forever and always. And you know how I know that? Because it's happened before. And we read about it in the Bible. God promised this dude named Abraham that he'd have a huge family, even though he was like 100 and didn't have any kids. And guess what? Abraham ended up having a bazillion descendants. God promised a kid named Joseph that he'd be a ruler when he grew up, and guess what? He was. That's exactly what happened. God promised his people that he was going to send a savior to the world, and he did. He sent us Jesus. And there are promises for me and you today too. Jesus promised to always be with us. So even though my friends didn't show up tonight, I'm still not alone because I believe Jesus is always with me. The one thing I learned today is this. Whatever happens, remember God keeps his promises. You can trust him no matter what. So, now, I'm going to eat cake. Oh, there's a doorbell. Oh, I better get it before they ring it again. Surprise! What? You guys came? No way! My friends, they're here. They actually came. Guys, I have cake. Who wants cake?